I killed Nicholas point blank. The bullets bounced off the girls, jumping around the room like hail. When they tried to stab one with a bayonet, the point would not go through her corset. A common grave was dug. Their bodies were doused with sulfuric acid to prevent any stink from them rotting. We put boards on top and rolled over it several times. No trace of the hole remained. The secret was kept.
The last Tsar soon crossed over into the territory of legend. Nicholas and his family became a vague but fabulous rumor, like a story of ancient ghosts. In the 30s, during the rule of Joseph Stalin, relics of the Tsarist past were tracked down and destroyed. Out his window, Stalin could see the Church of Christ the Savior, where Nicholas had dedicated the statue of his father. In 1931, Vladislav Mikosha was just beginning a career as a cameraman.
Вызвал меня директор студии.
The director of the studio called me in and said, "Here's your big assignment. You're going to shoot the Church of Christ the Savior, how they are destroying it." I've been asked, why didn't you refuse? Why didn't you protest? I was just a boy, and to disobey an order meant to lose everything. They were dragging out the marble statues of angels, cherubs. They were destroying frescoes. I was astonished with this barbarism. How could they do it? There were some things I couldn't even raise my hand to film, but I had to. I filmed everything.
Years later, on the site of the church, the Soviet government constructed a gigantic swimming pool.
Every time I walked by, I would remember what happened and feel it again. It was unbelievable blasphemy.
It was not just churches that Stalin destroyed. Millions were carted away to the dreaded Gulag camps. Millions more executed. Every man who had signed the last Tsar's death warrant died by a bullet. Stalin's enemies included anyone who could remember what happened. Like history itself, they were erased. Then, in 1991, the Soviet government, in turn, collapsed.
It is very funny that the hammer and sickle is being destroyed with the same anger and fury that accompanied the destruction of the Tsarist emblems before my eyes in 1917.
History had reversed itself again.
В день 7 ноября, когда обычно...
They were selling the Tsar's portraits. It seemed very strange and surprising to me. It was November 7th, the date when people used to demonstrate with red flags. Only this time, there were a lot of people demonstrating in favor of monarchy. Everyone was now fascinated with something that had been completely forgotten, crossed out from people's memory.
After the sudden breakdown of the communist system, nothing in Russia seemed stable. Even the past was changing. In 1991, many schools had to cancel history exams. Even the teachers couldn't know what the correct answers would be.
Sometimes the children say it directly. Why do we need history at all? Tomorrow will be a different era and everything will be interpreted in a different way. I just don't know what to believe.
That autumn, Miroshnichenko began to film people at the cross marking the site of the Tsar's death. The House of Special Purpose had been torn down by the communist regime in 1977.
I started watching people at the site of the Ipatiev house. Religious people would go and pray there. Wedding parties would come. People took pictures at the cross. Drank vodka there. Some people brought flowers. Some people stole the flowers. And when I saw that, I realized that it won't be easy for us to come back. It is going to be a very long way back home.